We're going to remove our drain plug here on our oil pan using a 13mm socket. Get that oil drained out. I'm going to go ahead and throw in our drain plug. Just gently snug that. And then we'll just wipe off that little oil drip. Torque down our drain plug bolt to 25 foot-pounds. You want to locate your oil filter on this particular engine. It's on the driver's side lower portion on the front. We're going to just give this a quick wipe down, and then we're going to put our tool on here. Now that we've broken it free, you want to go ahead and make sure you get your catch can or your bucket underneath the vehicle, and go ahead and crack that open. You may have some oil run down that filter. Go ahead and inspect where the oil filter sits. Make sure that the seal came off and that you have just bare metal here. Go ahead and give it a quick wipe down. Do an overall inspection. Checking for any damage or anything like that you want to pay attention to. We're going to pre-oil our filter. This will help prevent a majority of the dry start on that engine. Now this filter does go on at an angle, so a little bit will dribble out. Go ahead and fill it up. Take a little bit of that oil and put some on the seal. All right, now we can go ahead and thread this on. Now, oil filter shouldn't be much more than hand tight, but you do want to make sure that it is tight, not just, gently put on there. Go ahead and give that a wipe down. Underneath the hood here, you're going to come on over to the passenger side rear and locate the oil dipstick. Go ahead and pull that out. As you're pulling that out, go ahead and give it a wipe and set that aside. On the front side of the passenger side right here, you're going to locate the oil engine fill cap right here. Go ahead and spin that off. Set that aside. Once you have the cap off, reach down inside and go ahead and pull this out. Now, if you want to use a funnel, that's great. This is plenty large enough to go ahead and start pouring oil in, but just to be safe, go ahead and throw a funnel in there if you want. Now, this engine takes 6 quarts of oil. Go ahead and make sure you have the correct type of oil that is going into the engine. Remember, we put in roughly about half a quart of oil into the oil filter before we installed it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in 5.5 quarts of oil through the top end here. I'm going to go ahead and start it up. Let it run for about 30 seconds or so, and then shut it down. I'll go ahead and check that oil again. Go ahead and remove that funnel. Pop that in and put your cap on. Make sure that's locked down. You're going to take your freshly wiped dipstick, slide that into the dipstick tube. Let's go ahead and start up the vehicle. Let it run for about 30 seconds. Then you're going to come on back, pull that out, and check the level. Go ahead and pull this out. Now, before we go ahead and check the initial level, you want to go ahead and give this a wipe because the oil has been splashed around a little bit. I'm going to wipe this down clean, let the oil settle to the bottom of that pan again, and then feed this in. Bottom that out, and then pull it back out. Let's go ahead and check that level. Right here, we have an add line, and then we have a safe space. It's roughly about 1 inch or so. You want to make sure that the oil level is inside that safe space. If it is, perfect. If you're at the add, you want to go ahead and add at least a half a quart. See where you're at that point there. Do not overfill. Very, very important. We're in a good safe zone. Let's go ahead and install that there. And you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.